Captain's Log, Stardate 54508.1. The expedition arrived at Starbase 621 nearly a week ago after our engagement with the Zenkethi forces. Goldrell has made a full recovery and is returning to command his regiment. My senior staff just returned from an aid mission within Cardassian space. It appears that one of their system was hit hard by the Zenkethi invasion. Dr. Blackwell led the relief team aboard the USS Herring. Based on their debriefing, it seemed it was an eventful 5 days for them. While I look forward to reading Dr. Blackwell's full report later on. Events on the Starbase were just as eventful. While I had several meetings as we catch our breath in this conflict, the Autarch of the Zenkethi wants Hellen Vel dead, and has increased her bounty several times. A Ferengi in company attempted to assassinate her, or Hellen Vel, while the two of us were in a meeting aboard the Starbase. Ordered an immediate beam out to the expedition to get Hellen Vel to safety, a Ferengi hitched a ride in our transport. Unfortunately for him, he was easily subdued once we materialized. The information gathered by Hellen Vel is most troubling. While the Zenkethi are a xenophobic society, the Autarch has been making secret dealings with some unknown benefactor. She is unsure if the Autarch is behind all of this or this unknown benefactor is controlling the Autarch in some manner. I'll be meeting with Admiral Pera again soon to discuss our next move. Based on Hellen Vel's information, we are going to need to gather more information on what is going on, or what is really going on within the Zenkethi upper echelon, and try to locate this secret mega project called Unity. If we are to gain support of more Zenkethi and put an end to this conflict once and for all. End Captain's Log.
All right, so I have this first scene basically set up for you guys to do any free and open roleplay you guys would like.
Prax will be in our office.
How long after the last? Is this just right after our last?
So
session?
basically, this first scene is probably going to be roughly a day or so. So you could throw your, if you want to do any role play or anything, it could, about 24 hours after you guys get back to the ship.
Cool. I guess Casey will celebrate his promotion at the bar.
DeGrasse will actually be with Casey at the bar.
The best brandy for the commander and I, Bob.
I got just the thing for you. And he pulls out a rather ornate-looking bottle from underneath his bar and pours you 2 glasses.
This is the real thing, right, Bob?
Commander Casey just gets promoted. Nothing but the...
Love to hear it.
Don't worry, I know you'd never lie to me, Bob.
I would never.
DeGrasse raises his glass and says to Commander Casey.
To myself. And he'll click his glass against the grasses.
So DeGrasse takes a deep swig and says, so, Commander, that's must have been out of the loop the past few days. How did that happen?
Well, I'm not really sure myself, but I got back from that rescue mission aboard the Herring, and the captain promoted me on the spot during our debrief. I suppose that my actions have been noticed over this Zenkethi conflict. It has been pretty demanding on the security side of things.
Understood. No, that's honestly couldn't have gone to a better man for the job. So uh, it's nice to have another person at this rank to you know weigh against Prax if we ever need to. DeGrasse will
Well,
take another healthy swig.
I'm honored to hear you say that, sir. I know that the captain has always valued my advice, but my promotion was certainly a confirmation of that, and I will always be there to offer her the security solution, even though it may not be the one she ends up taking.
Well, as you know, that's part of the job, right?
Exactly.
We are there to offer the best advice we can and serve as the best officer group that we possibly can to the captain. And it's, of course, her prerogative, whether she, frankly chooses to listen to this or chooses to pursue a different course. And he kind of leans in a little bit. And I'm sure you found this in your role, but as you're promoted to commander, you do tend to run into similar situations as you would as captain, where, responsibility increases and the number of judgment calls that you might have to make increase as well. So, but again, no better person for the job. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. I've had some good teachers. And he winks. And has his glass refilled.
And Bob will pour you a double shot this, and we'll just set the bottle right by your glass.
Ah, perfect.
DeGrasse raises an eyebrow. Well, Casey, it looks like you and I have our work cut out for us.
Indeed we do. The situation with the Zenkethi is, well, still not ideal, and of course we'll present whatever alternatives that we can to the captain, but I have confidence that she'll be able to resolve it. She has a way with these things.
DeGrasse downs the rest of his glass and said, no, actually, I was referring to this bottle. Pours himself a fresh glass.
Ah, yes. And Casey will also kind of top up in addition to what Bob had poured.
All right, we'll leave the commanders getting drunk in the royal mess. So, Captain, I don't know if you were doing anything special in your ready room, but
I am.
if you'd like.
Captain Prax to Dr. Blackwell.
Blackwell here, Captain. Go ahead.
Doctor, could you have free time? A moment of free time?
Certainly. Your ready room?
Of course.
All right, and Blackwell will head up there. Ring the doorbell.
Enter.
And Blackwell has a cup of coffee. He's just He slept for a good 10, 12 hours after 5 days, pretty much awake, but looking much more alert and refreshed than when last you saw him. You wanted to see me, Captain?
Of course, have a seat, Doctor.
I'll sit down.
I was looking through the reports on what happened with the relief mission. Good work.
Thank you, Captain. I have to say, I couldn't have done it without the rest of the away team. There was both literal and metaphorical fires burning pretty much continuously. And Lord knows, I can't go all hours like I could when I was an intern anymore, but we got through, thankfully.
And you did an excellent job. Tell me, Doctor, what are your future plans within Starfleet?
Kind of looks at the captain surprised. Well, I hadn't really thought about it over much. I, of course, hope to make commander. I'm a career man. I don't plan to retire anytime soon, but I suppose I've always kind of thought I would wind up eventually in teaching at Starfleet Medical or working on some medical research base, although it would be very difficult to leave starships. I've spent my entire career out here and staying in one place and not knowing what's going to come around every corner. I don't know if I could hack that or not, Captain. Why do you ask?
Well, given your success on this last mission, I would highly suggest maybe you put in for the bridge officer's test.
Kind of slightly taken aback and takes a sip of the coffee to give him a second to think. The bridge officer's test, that's unusual for medical personnel. Not that I'm necessarily against it.
Well, it would help expedite your getting to the rank of commander, as well as many doctors, especially out here in the wilds. Find out that it opens other avenues for them in their career.
Well, because we were short-handed on the Hadfield, I served as second officer, so I have to admit I did enjoy my time on the bridge and in the center chair when on gamma shift from time to time. I might take you up on that, Captain. Just might. Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Of course. And for the record, Doctor, I had tried to settle down. Just couldn't do it.
That doesn't surprise me at all, Captain. So, where are we off to next?
That is to be remain to be seen just yet, Doctor. There's a lot of paperwork and meetings to go through still.
Well, Hellen Vel and or Hellen Vel, I suppose, and her compatriots seem to be getting along fine. I've had no complaints, not that they necessarily would. With the Cardassians off the ship, though, I'm breathing a little bit easier with that.
Casey's having a mic malfunction.
But I can tell you that Hellen Vel is getting a bit restless. Get the feeling she wants to be out there crushing the life out of something.
Indeed.
Well, Captain, thank you very much, and yeah, I think I will take you up on your offer. But in the meantime, I've still got a couple of patients to kick out of my sick bay.
Very well, Doctor. And when you do take the exam, good luck.
Thank you, Captain. Head on back down to sick bay.
Anyone else would like to do anything?
I'm going to commend my team for their effort on in the relief project and just check everything in engineering. Just go through standard maintenance and diagnostics. Make sure that ship is ready to go at a moment's notice.
Yep, you run a type chip in engineering, so it's still in tip-top shape.
And I'll try and get some rest. Since there's a hairy ordeal on that planet.
All right, Nadan, would you like to do any?
For Nadon will be basically taking some time to decompress on the holodeck from the mission. Just kind of blowing off some steam, basically.
Cool. All right, so now that we know where everyone's at, would you like me to jump?
Sorry, what?
So now that we know where everybody is at on the ship, would anyone like me to jump anywhere for any more?
I'm good.
Well, that was the chirp. Where's the door chime? There.
Enter.
And entering your ready room is Hellen Vel. And she stands in front of your desk, kind of towering because she is in Kathy.
What can I do for you, Helen?
There is a problem that I think your crew might need to help me with, Cap.
And what sort of problem do you require our assistance with?
One of my loyal cores inside the Palace Moon has gone quiet.
That is most troubling news.
This particular core was looking into a matter of high importance to both of us.
And what exactly are you wanting my help with?
This core was looking into Project Unity.
I see.
I feel that he was close to finding out what it was. It is troublesome that he has gone quiet.
Sneaking inside of Zenkethi's space, it would be quite difficult, even for a sovereign class starship or smaller vessels. You're
I may be able to help in that regard, Captain. And I have a proposal for you and your senior staff.
What sort of proposal?
That myself and a few of your number make our way to the Palace Moon. I have a ship ready that will take us past the defenses and will get us within transporter range of the.
I will have to take this up with Admiral Para.
You must do what you feel is right, Captain, but time is important.
I understand.
And Hellen Vel will turn and walk out of the room.
Ops, put me in contact with Admiral Para.
Right away, Captain. And a few moments later, Admiral Para appears on your little table. What can I do for you, Captain?
Admiral, Hellen Vel came to me that one of her core, a mole within the palace, has gone dark. Supposedly, this individual was gathering information on Project Unity, the one that was in my report. She would like to mount I almost dare say a rescue mission. This mission would be covert ops, and she has a way to sneak a small number of us on this vessel into Zinkethi space without detection.
Do you trust Hellen Vel's word, Captain?
I trust her enough that she will do what she thinks is right for her people. And for now, our goals are aligned.
I will allow you to take whatever action you deem necessary, Captain, to bring the Zenkethi conflict to a close.
Understood, Admiral. Prax out.
And the screen goes back to the Starfleet logo.
Taps on her desk. Ops, set a senior staff meeting for 800 hours.
Right away, Captain.
And notify Hellen Vel to attend.
Yes, Captain.
And she just kind of stands and stares up at the out the window.
All right. I feel this will be probably the night before the meeting. So is there anything anyone would like to do, or shall we jump to 08?
Don't play to jump ahead.
Yep. Go ahead, jump ahead for my vote.
I would want to talk with Helen again before the meeting. So either right before or
Yeah, we could probably do right before the meeting.
it could be
In
inside
your
the
ready
conference.
room, or
It could be in the conference room before everyone arrives.
that works for me as well. Before I do that, though, could Casey and DeGrasse please give me fitness medicine difficulty 1 rolls, please?
I knew this was going to happen. Let's see here. You said fitness medicine?
Yes.
Focus in survival.
No.
Surviving high alcohol. Hey, take a thread. I'll roll 3 dice. I'll do it. I'll generate thread, not misroll. You know what? That worked out.
You
I'll
got
do the
3
same thing.
momentum.
Yeah, you got through momentum if you want to spend some.
Yeah, I'm gonna take one of those momentum. Of
Oops.
course. So how hungover am I, Ed?
So until you get your shot, basically, you're gonna have a +1 complication range on all.
Gotcha.
Because yeah, you guys were basically shot for shotting each other,
Yeah.
and you finished the whole bottle. Bob knows his liquor.
Bob let this happen.
Sounds like us.
And then yeah, Captain, when you enter the conference room, you already see Hellen Vel kind of standing right here, waiting for the meeting. Very punctual.
Helen, good morning.
Captain.
While I have approval from Starfleet Command and the Admiralty, I do have some reservations on this.
Speak your piece, Captain.
For one, it is very rare for any outsiders to enter your territory. So the likelihood of my people coming back alive, this mission is going to be voluntarily for them. I will not force them to go to their deaths if that were to happen. Second, how many do you need?
A small team should suffice. 2 others, perhaps.
Very well. They should be joining us any moment. Please take a seat.
And she'll just kind of look at the seat and remain standing. And we'll have all the senior staff file in here. Is Casey still waiting to stumble in?
Sorry, did I miss something?
No, your token is still standing at the door.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry. Get out of my way, character sheet. You'll sit on the end there.
I think that's all the senior staff.
Well, there's not Nadon.
Yeah.
Token's
She's here.
messed up.
Oh,
I don't see her.
yeah, I can't see your token.
Yeah, let me delete it, throw it back. That better?
For me, it's a
Nope.
broken image.
Really?
I see nothing.
I also, when I go on the journal, I don't see her. I don't see her character avatar.
Yeah, I don't either.
That's weird because
Yeah.
I can see it fine.
Yeah, I can see it too. That's what's weird.
Huh.
What? Roll 20 not working?
Surely not.
Say it ain't so. Let me try it one more time. How about now?
Nope.
Not for me.
All right. Well, I can just tell you she's sitting here.
Okay.
We'll
Yeah,
use
Nadon.
our imaginations.
Yeah, Nadon, if you have the image on file somewhere, you might want to. You can't. Yeah, you might want to re-upload it to your character sheet. Something similar happened to me the other day, where I could see the image, but nobody else could, and I just had to reload it, and it was fine.
I'll see if I can figure out how to do that.
Yeah, it's weird because I see it.
Happened with the Dawn of the Federation's Roll20 game page. The image, the card that's on the Roll20 page disappeared for players, and I could see it fine. Then when I reloaded the exact same image, they could see it again.
Weird.
Yeah, I think it's a Roll20 glitch. Surprise. There
The
she
effort.
is.
Oh, did it work?
I see you in the journal now. Try dragging.
Yeah,
her
I can see
again.
you too. Yeah.
There. Oh, now I'm gone to me.
That's because I deleted the token and brought it back.
Oh, okay.
Any luck or no?
Can see her in the journal, but not on the page.
You have to delete the.
What happened there?
So,
There's 5 of them.
Wait, what?
Oh, that's right. You have to delete the default token.
yeah, the default token in there in order for it to reset.
Okay, I'll see if I can do that.
I deleted the default token for you.
Oh, okay.
If you just drag the journal.
Hey,
over.
there she is.
Okay.
Yay!
Yeah, I see her.
Technical difficulties.
Oh, I hate roll.
If you guys know of something better, please let me know.
No, it just is what it is, I think.
I like Roll20. Usually I usually don't have any problems.
I'll just- I'll just get a webcam and then we'll just play like over a table.
Perfect.
Roll20's just fiddly sometimes.
All right. So I believe everyone's here.
Yeah.
Real quick though, do I notice that my first officer is inebriated, hung over? Drunk?
Give me insight. Insight medicine, I think. Difficulty 1.
He's actually so hungover that he put on his science uniform this morning
Apparently
instead of his
so.
command uniform. So might
Oh,
make
did-
it a little easier to notice. But
Oh, did you change your picture? Here.
Casey will sit across from DeGrasse to try and draw attention from him. He's holding up pretty good.
All right, you guys get a momentum. Yes, Captain. You can smell the alcohol on him.
Oh, jeez.
can I go a step further and say that DeGrasse is still slightly drunk this morning?
By all
Instead of just
means,
hungover?
yes.
Thank you. Thank you. So DeGrasse will sit up quite straight and just be looking around the room, trying to act all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
She just raises an eyebrow at you.
Casey will just kind of twiddle his thumbs and whistle.
Blackwell will look up at the end of the table and go, "Should I prepare a hypo spray, Captain?"
Yes. But we'll get down to business first, though. All of you have been asked here. Hellen Vel here has a priority mission for us. This mission is one of great danger and potentially who goes on this mission may not be coming back. I will not be ordering you to go on this mission. This is voluntarily only.
I volunteer, Captain.
Lieutenant Commander, I just did not promote you to volunteer recklessly for a dangerous mission without even hearing it out first.
Okay, I'll hear first, Captain. You're right.
Begging your pardon, Captain, and you, Hellen Vel. Since when are the Zinkethi taking us on covert operations?
I will let Hellen Vel explain that to you.
I have a loyal core inside the Palace Moon. He has been attempting to find the location of whatever this Project Unity is. However, my core has gone quiet. He knew the risk of this mission. However, the importance of locating Project Unity must take precedence, and I will require your help. We must make our way to the Palace Moon. I have a ship ready that will take us past the defenses and will get us within transporter range of the palace. From there, a small team will sneak into the palace and attempt to locate Project Unity. Finding my core is secondary to the primary mission, of course. And I suspect that if he was found out, he will already be dead. However, as my ship will be entering Zinkethi space, your ship must remain outside the border of Zinkethi space, ready to track down this Project Unity, find out what it is, and destroy it. And once you are in the staging location, you must key a communicator to your crew on the planet, on the palace. This way we know everything is set.
So you want somebody to go in with you, determine what Project Unity is and where it is, transmit that information back to the expedition, which will then proceed to Project Unity, and then be prepared to do whatever's necessary and they'll let us know in turn, or whoever goes with you.
Exactly.
DeGrasse will pipe up, slightly slurring his words, and say, "And why should we trust you?"
Trust is not required, but I do trust Captain Prax. She seems to be an honorable captain, worthy of the title.
Well, all right. Suppose we subscribe to this madness. What type of skills do you need us to bring to the table?
I will require an expert in infiltration and quite possibly of computer use.
Well, it certainly wouldn't be my first infiltration, but I can't say my computer knowledge is all that great beyond general Starfleet training.
I will not lie to you the danger of this mission. It is very possible none of us will come back alive. But finding out what this Project Unity is important.
How many people do you need?
A small team of 2 individuals and myself should be enough to infiltrate the path.
Do we have any idea what Project Unity is? Is it possibly some sort of weapon that could be used against the Federation or our allies?
Well, 25% of the Zinkethi's military budget's been siphoned off into it.
That can't be good.
What kind of threats and security do you expect to come up against during this mission that would probably aid in figuring out who's best suited to go on this?
Of course, I would need someone who is a warrior, but also someone that can hack computer systems and find minute details hidden in code will be used.
Well, Captain, with your permission, I am willing to go on the mission to oversee the combat side of things, but I do believe someone else will need to go to oversee the computer aspect of it.
As I said, Lieutenant Commander, it's volunteer. You do not need my permission to go.
Then I will go.
Blackwell takes out his tricorder and scans Casey. Well, you don't seem to be suffering from any sort of brain embolism or mind-altering chemicals, but can't rule anything out.
Just making good on the
DeGrasse
oath I swore, Doc.
After the doctor's statement, DeGrasse gives a quick hiccup.
Well, I can't sneak worth a damn, but I know my way around computers well enough, anyway. Indrock, you out there?
Well, yeah, I don't really want to jump on this because this does seem tailor-made for an engineer. But I guess I can pinch hit if needed.
I know you'll have a better science than me and probably have some focus in computers.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, I think your engineering is better than mine as well.
Oh, there he is. Hey, Mendrock.
Yes, sir.
Out of character, would you be interested in taking this mission, or would you want to stay on the ship?
Suicide mission?
I prefer to stay on the ship.
You want to stay on the ship?
Yeah, my character's not really a combat character, so I mean I've
Neither is
heard
mine.
other.
Well, they're needing a computer expert kind of guy to do some
Well,
hacking.
I'm the combat guy, but
Yeah, I was about to say we have Rambo, so I mean, it's up to you. You have an expertise in computers. You're an engineer.
Yeah,
I'm a science officer. With
oh, okay. Yeah, I mean I certainly have those skills.
Yeah, they're needing a hacker.
It's just I don't look anything licensed in camping.
Fair enough, man.
As the captain said, it is entirely volunteer.
Yeah.
well, I can go and bring another security. All right, well, I could bring a supporting character and, or just try to do it myself. But
Well, the doctor will go. I mean, he's got a decent enough science, but he doesn't have engineering for shit.
Mendrock, if you're not interested, I'll go. So cool. Yeah, I guess DeGrasse will pipe up and say,
Good luck, Commander.
okay. DeGrasse will half drunkenly pipe up and say, well, what the hell? I have to go as well.
Hang on a second. Blackwell will get up and go over and inject DeGrasse with some sort of pharmacological cocktail that will burn the alcohol out of his system, but not at all help in any way, shape, or form with the subsequent hangover.
DeGrasse will undrunk feel a massive headache hitting him and just kind of look at the doctor and squint a little bit and just be like, thanks, Doc. I really needed that.
Now that you're in a better frame of mind, and perhaps one that's better suited to making life or death decisions, are you sure you want to do this?
Well, I gotta admit, I'm feeling a little less sure than I was about 5 seconds ago. But yes, I think I'm the best man for the job. DeGrasse will turn to the captain and say, Captain, with your permission.
Very well. Helen, I believe you have the 2 volunteers you need for this.
And she will nod. Then there is much to do.
Indeed, there is.
I look down at DeGrasse and go, "You need to drink lots of water."
DeGrasse will look up at the doctor and say, "Do you have a hypo spray that you can provide me, or maybe an old-fashioned IV?"
I do, but I recommend you drink lots of water as well as some tomato juice. It will help dilate the blood vessels and relieve that headache. I'm
Very
kidding.
well.
Here, I'll give him a mild analgesic. You should still hydrate.
Very well. Bloody Marys it is. DeGrasse will stand.
God, it's like being back on the Hadfield again.
We're spicing things up. Suicide missions,
Bob.
drinking. Yeah, it's all Bob's fault. He's an enabler.
He's a bartender, of course he is.
Yeah, is that not how you made him?
Fair enough.
I believe we have a lot of work to do. Everyone, you're all dismissed. Commander DeGrasse, Commander Casey, do you mind remaining?
Of course, Captain.
Gentlemen, needless to say, this is a very dangerous mission. I wish both of you the best of luck. Being that said, take whatever you think you need to take to survive. So I expect both of you to make it back.
We'll clear the armory out, Captain.
Just don't get caught.
Well, Captain, you were looking at the best character for the job, and I'll try to tag along. So I'll get him back safely.
Good luck. You're dismissed.
Before Casey steps out, he puts out his hand for a shake and says, "Captain, and if in the odd chance we don't, it's been an honor serving with you."
Mr. Casey, while I appreciate the sentiments, I do not appreciate the tone. You are coming back.
Yes, of
You're
course,
dismissed.
Captain.
DeGrasse gives a curt nod and follows Casey out.
All right, so feel free to use this time for any more RP you would like to do. Now that you have the mission, any preparatory stuff you guys would like to do before you go your separate ways. So
I want to see if I can help them somehow, or not join, but maybe enhance their communicators or comm badges or something to
Sure.
give them some kind of, extra boost or something?
Sure. Go ahead and give me let's go reason or insight engineering difficult.
Okay, reason engineering
Difficulty of 2.
2. Okay. And computers?
No.
No, alright. Fair enough.
We have a momentum you can spend.
Over here. So, I'll use 1 for 3. And since I have cautious, I can reroll 1 if I need to.
All right. So the away team will get an advantage to use with their communication devices should they need it. So I'll allow you guys to use that advantage whenever you guys feel you need to use a communicator for an advantage type.
You may get, the two of you may want to figure out what equipment you're taking.
Yeah. What do we? Personal shields, maybe.
Well, and
Yeah.
Blackwell will make sure that Casey, since he has a decent medicine score, gets a full med kit to take with.
Maybe explosives.
Honestly,
Laser grenade?
probably not a bad idea.
I'm not
Do
sure
we
what.
suffer?
Good.
Oh, sorry. Do we suffer any, I guess, disadvantages for wearing like armor at all if we're trying to stealth?
Probably not. But I would say it depends on the scene, so maybe.
Hmm.
For weapons, I think we are probably fine to just stick to Type 2s. Unless I think otherwise. I don't know. I don't find the Type 3 like that huge of an advantage. But maybe that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't think DeGrasse would trust himself with a Type 3 anyway. So, like, liable to cause more damage.
I feel like we'd have like better luck with just more bombs.
Yeah, honestly, personal shields, Type 2s, and honestly, yeah, I think the explosives. I mean, in case shit goes down.
Personal shield, med kit, explosives. Is there like a computer spike type thing that can make like getting information from the computer easier? Or not sure if that exists in this game.
Let me double check the equip.
I'm looking right here.
Trying to find it. Book.
183 probably, or 192. That's the start of like the equipment stuff.
All right.
You can take field destabilizers, which is an opportunity cost of 1, to essentially overload a force field.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be useful.
That's in the operations book on page 55.
On what page, Prax?
55 in the operations book.
Gotcha. Let's see here. Do you think a sonic driver would be worth it?
I'm not sure what that does. It's
Small
looking at
lightweight tool.
a plasma
Yeah.
torch might be good.
Well, yeah, actually, I'll take a hyperspanner. It's my little engineering talisman, I guess.
Yeah, I'll take pulse grenades, medkit, and a personal shield. I think that's all we need.
Okay. I'll make a note.
Then the $1 million question: how much threat do I get?
DeGraw, maybe you can try and roll for an advantage by loading or creating a hacker cracker program for your tricorder, maybe to help you get into
Yeah.
something like that, just to give you the advantage.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a control engineering difficulty.
Okay. Focus in computers.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I guess I'll burn a momentum. Let's see what happens.
Yep, you're able to create the program on your tricorder.
Nice.
So you'll be able to use an advantage when potentially hacking a computer.
Thanks, Doc.
Anytime.
Are you charging opportunity cost for some of these, Ed? These items? Are you waiving that?
I'll probably waive most of the opportunity cost. Probably except for grenades. Grenades, I'm probably gonna take the opportunity cost. But I will be taking all the escalation cost, of course.
And if I pay the escalation cost for the personal shield and grenades, DeGrasse gets one too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
So it's right now we're looking at 3 threat, 1 momentum for all of that stuff currently.
So I got pulse grenades at 2 escalation and the force fields at 2 escalation, so that's 4.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Pulse grenades are 2. I marked the wrong thing down. So yeah, it's 4. And then 1 opportunity. Well, actually, only one of you can take the grenades because we don't have enough momentum unless we give Ed more threat.
Well, Casey, I'd probably end up just blowing all of this up, so
I'll take the
better for
grenades
you
then.
to take it.
Yeah.
Well, momentum
But yeah,
spent.
Yep. So yeah, you're able to gather all of your equipment without a and then if there's any role play you guys would like to do before we jump to the next scene.
While we're getting all geared up, DeGrasse would like to say to Casey, well, how's it feel to be a commander?
Well, it will be interesting to see if I survive my first 48 hours as what.
I was about to say, this might be the shortest tenure under the rank possible, but we'll try to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, we'll try. But I've been in sticky situations before. We can do this.
Well, if it comes down to it, I'm hiding behind you. So, be prepared.
And we're taking a shuttlecraft over, right? Like a Zenkethi shuttle.
I haven't explained what you'll be taking.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. So anyone else like to do any role play before we move on to scene 2? All right. So you're actually going to be taking a Zenkethi cruiser. It's a scale 4 ship, so it's pretty big. I can't pronounce the name, otherwise a Bronintha cruiser, whichever. That ship. And it rendezvous with your vessel, and it sets out as the expedition sets out toward its course. And we'll go ahead and jump to scene 2. You guys are already out of momentum, so don't have to worry. Right. So basically, the travel to so this is for the away team. Your travel to through Zenkethi space is rather uneventful. You guys are basically in high warp the entire way. And the ship drops out of warp, and the crew says that they have reached the Palace Moon. And so it'd be you two and Hellen Vel are on the bridge with the ship's captain.
DeGrasse will turn to Helen and say, is this it?
Yes. The Zenkethi homeworld. And on screen, you see their home world. You see a rather large moon, which the ship is heading toward, which is kind of like an M-class moon that houses the Autarch's palace. And the space around it's pretty busy. What do you expect to see for a large populated home world?
Well, Casey, you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be. It's interesting to think about. I wonder how many Federation races have even laid eyes on the Zenkethi Palace moon, if any.
Well, hopefully we'll be the ones to live to tell the tale. Casey, it's almost like we're, I don't know, some kind of suicide squad.
Does seem that way.
DeGrasse will turn to Helen and say, "So you're leading us?"
That is correct. I know the palace quite well from my time as a captain of the Northern Fleet.
How much resistance can we expect if we're caught?
You don't have to worry about resistance if we're caught, Commander. It will not be a concern for long.
DeGrasse is just going to say under his breath, "Great."
And you guys hear one of the panels start making, and one of the Zenkethi will say, "We are being hailed from the moon." And they'll open the comms frequencies. Planetary control to cruiser, insert name. We inquire to why you are approaching the palace. The captain answers, "We are transporting spoils from the Cardassian War to the Autarch for inspection." And then the control will say, "You are clear to proceed." And that communication shuts off. And can both of you guys please give me insight security difficulty?
Difficulty 1?
2.
2? Okay. Observation is a focus?
Yes.
Take a threat.
I'm just going to attempt it.
One momentum. At least.
Yep, you guys get a point of moment.
Casey will sort of lean over to DeGrasse and quietly whisper, "Seems there's more Zenkethi entering the bridge."
DeGrasse, apprised of this new information, will take a glance around. What does he see in particular?
And so just as you guys are made aware the increased number of Zenkethi, both you and Hellen Vel are actually swarmed by Zenkethi and are quickly put into chains. And you are led off of the bridge and placed into cages. You do notice that Hellen Vel is actually very not.
Grass is going to look over to Helen and say, "You look awfully calm."
And she says nothing as the cages are transported down to the palace. And you are rematerialized inside of your cages, inside a large antechamber. In a very ornate, it's very ornate. And there are about a dozen guards around the antechamber, and someone in very lavish clothing standing right in front of you. And the one with the ornate clothing is looking at all three of you with like a fine eye.
Do they appear angry? Do we sense any reaction?
Are they getting really big?
No. So the one that was looking at you will stop in front of Hellen Vel. So these were the ones that have been giving me and one of the guards answers, "Yes, Autarch. The loyal cur delivered them to." And then she looks back at you. "Torture them for information. The fleshy one should break easily. Then bring me the head of that one," pointing directly at Hellen Vel. "I will require a trophy for my wall." And then the Autarch and all but 3 guards leave the room. And we will cut to the ship. All right, so who is not here? And then you guys can put whatever supporting characters you want for, like tactical and whatever else needs to be.
I think Coda's the one with tactical systems, isn't she?
Yes. She's the shipboard tactical support.
I think it might be time to organize them. How the rest of the ships have been doing it. Bringing it down by medicine, etc.
Oh, right.
But that could be a different day. All right. And the expedition drops out of warp at what you would assume to be the prearranged location.
Vincent Kota, go to yellow alert as a precaution.
Yes, Captain. And she brings the ship to yellow alert.
Any word from our team?
Nothing yet, Captain. All right, so I'm going to have Nadan please roll me reason or insight and science difficulty, assisted
Okay.
by the sensors con.
Assisted by sensors con, you say?
Yep.
Yeah. What was the difficulty?
1.
You're taking account for the advance.
No, when I say difficulty, I always just do the base. So this will probably be diff 0.
How many dice does the ship get to roll to?
1.
One dice.
1.
Hello, ship.
That's an 18. I think the complication range is set too high.
Yeah, it looks that way. So that is just a fail. So you guys get 2 momentum out of that.
That's good.
Ensign Knight, go ahead and alert the away team that we arrived. It's pre-planned.
Captain, I can confirm based on our local positioning and some of the landmarks, for want of a better word, that we are in the right location. We're at the coordinates we were given.
Send the chirp. I'll find out we have arrived.
All right, so I'm going to need someone to roll me a control engineering difficulty 2, assisted by the ship's comms and engineering. Comms and engineering.
I'll do the control and engineering roll. Difficulty 2. And
we have 3 momentum.
Alright, I'll use a momentum. So roll 3 dice. I don't know if I had any purpose applying or not.
I just need the ship. So you guys get the momentum. The chirp to the communications, so the away team's communications has been set. And is there any roleplay you guys would like to do while you're here?
Any idea why Hellen Vel wanted us at this particular spot, Captain?
She didn't fully say. As far as I'm aware, as we remain here, and as soon as we get the project detail plans, we are to, if it is a weapon indeed, to destroy it.
I got a bad feeling about this one.
And we'll cut back to the planet, and we will actually go to a new scene. And so back in the antechamber, 2 of the 3 guards are going to be standing close to your, and a third is going to be standing farther away, like near one of the exits. The 2 guards that are closest to you, and I should actually put some things up. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I could just explain it. The ones closest to you will be almost like mocking you as you're in your cages. You know, they're kind of like joking with each other, making fun of you, like pointing at things that you have.
Do we understand what they're saying?
Yeah. I mean, it's mostly like just making fun of you, derogatory.
Okay.
You know, look at these weak meat bags. You know, the fun torture they're going to do to you, etc., etc.
DeGrasse will turn to Casey. Well, Casey, it looks like they have me pegged.
Yep. Any ideas?
So are we all in the same cage?
No, it's 3 different cages, and then there's a 4th like container here.
Are we within talking distance, or?
Yeah. Yeah, you guys aren't that far from each other. You know, you're probably about equal distance from each other. So it's Hellen Vel here, Casey in the middle, DeGrasse here, and then a container here.
Right.
So DeGrasse is going to look around. Is this a simple cage, or is it like a
Like a full
some sort
metal,
of-
like a full enclosed metal cage.
Okay. Does it have like an electronic lock or something, or is it just a very simple like latch cage?
It's actually a very simple latch.
Okay. What does the latch mechanism look like? Does it look like something that we could easily try to pick, potentially, or is it pretty complicated?
So as you're thinking of ways to try to get out of this cage, you hear this over your computer. Hopefully it played. Did your comm badge chirp, or did it not play?
I didn't hear it, but okay.
Anyway, your comm badge keys, which if you remember is the signal Vel wanted you to make when they were in position. And the 2 guards in front of you actually look at it inquisitively, like, what was that? As they look down, the 3rd guard actually shoots both of these guards in the backs, and they both. The guard will actually come up and unlock Hellen Vel's cage. As they're being shot, she is able to break out of her chain. She'll turn to the guard and say, "Nicely done." And she will actually come over and unlock your cages and free you from your shackles.
Well, Helen, this continues to get more and more confusing for me.
Come, your weapons. And she'll show you to the crate on the bottom there.
So as DeGrasse is arming up, he'll tap his comm badge. Are we able to communicate with the ship at this range, or is it just a simple chirp type communication?
Oh, it's just a chirp for now.
Gotcha.
So right after you guys are done, like, armoring up, the 3rd guard that shot the other 2 will say, "Come this way. There's not much time until they come looking for you. I've secured a computer connection." And this. So, are you guys following the guard?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. So he's going to lead you through an underground cavern system. And it probably takes you a good 20 minutes going through these caverns. You know, they get narrow, they get bigger, they get wider. Till eventually you reach a large opening, or a pretty decent sized opening with a computer terminal in it. With a cable running back toward the palace.
So Helen, I assume this is it?
Yes, you are up. And pointing at the computer.
DeGrasse will crack his knuckles. And does it look like a pretty standard issue terminal, or is there anything special about it?
Nope, it's just your basic computer hookup from, probably someone that's not all too familiar with, but is at least knowledgeable enough to get it connected.
Sure. All right. Well, DeGrasse will stand in front of the terminal and begin trying to feel his way around the software.
All right, so this is going to be control engineering. You can ignore the security thing.
Okay.
Difficulty 3, magnitude 4, work 18, resistance. But you know what, Casey, I will allow you to assist with your control security.
Okay.
Cool. So are we at the point where I could try to use the cracking program on the tricorder?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, then I will attempt to do that. I'm assuming that would get rid of the resistance.
Well, it could be used for basically whatever you wish. You can use it to lower the difficulty, get rid of the resistance. All depends how you want to use the advantage created.
Gotcha. And remind me one more time, the resistance does what exactly?
Just subtracts 1 work that you roll from the challenge.
Gotcha.
I
Okay.
would lower the difficulty.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So yeah, I'll lower the difficulty by 1.
All right.
I'll remove that. So difficulty 2. I'll do 1 momentum and I'll give you 2 threats.
Sure. So much threat.
All right. Yeah, I checked over my talent. Okay. Let's do it.
Wow. So you guys get 3 moments. Go ahead and roll me 5 challenge dice. And Casey, I kind of like this mechanic. I'll let you roll 1 challenge dice to add the work
Okay.
for the assist. I really like how that works. Of course, when DeGrasse rolls 0.
Did that really just happen? Holy crap.
Spend a reroll.
Yeah. I'll do that.
Yeah. Yep.
So is it 1 momentum to reroll?
Yep. Yeah, they already spent
All?
it, so you just gotta. Yep.
Okay.
So you just gotta roll.
Perfect. Slightly better.
So right now you're doing 4 work.
If we spend 1 to ignore the resistance, we'll get a breakthrough, right?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. And then I got some information for you. Stand by. There's one, then I just gotta send it to Casey. Where is Casey on that list? Oh, there you go. There you go. Hey, you guys got the info, right?
Yep.
Whoop. Yeah, one sec. Sorry, I didn't see it pop up. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's try it again. I'll burn a momentum and
So you guys,
repeat that.
understood the interval things, right? You have 7 intervals left to complete this task.
Yeah. How much is like each turn again?
2.
Right, 2 intervals. Got it.
And you can spend a momentum to make it 1. But because you so generously gave me all this threat, I'm going to spend 2 to increase the difficulty. As the counter hacking is making it more difficult to access what you need to.
Gotcha. So DeGrasse suddenly remembers that in one of his past lifetimes, he actually did design like anti-hacking, anti-malware software. Understands it intimately and also understands how it operates and works to detect intrusions and things like that. Is there anything that he can do to understand exactly what it's doing and then try to stop it from doing what it's doing?
So you're using your join trill talent, correct?
Correct.
That just gives you a focus, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I think
Yeah,
so.
it only gives you a focus
Damn.
for the remainder of the scene.
Yeah. So
You
like
have a
you could
computer's
get like
focuser, right?
or hacking, for example. But
he-
yeah, you already had technically a focus.
Yeah, you already have a focus for it. So
Yeah. Damn.
you could.
I think we can do it.
I mean, you can
Yeah.
spend your determination on the mission directive to get 2 out of
Yeah.
successes, and that will succeed no matter what you roll. But you still want to roll and get as much momentum as you can. Out of the
Gotcha.
roll. So
Yeah, let's go ahead and do let's burn a determination.
Sure.
you probably want to roll some more dice though too, which means you're gonna have to give him. You may just want to give him two threat to roll 3 dice. Save the 2 momentum.
Okay.
It's up to you.
Well, I will take that advice.
All right.
So let's try it.
Back up to a boatload of threat.
Wait until Casey gets into a fight.
All right, so that is 4 successes. So you get 2 momentum. Please roll 5 challenge dice, and Casey can roll 1.
All right.
All right, right now you are doing 2.
Spend 1 to reroll 3.
Yeah, I'll let you reroll Casey's as well.
Listen.
Cool. Ugh.
All right, so right now you're doing 4.
Ignore resistance. Another breakthrough.
You,
Let's get
you
rid of
need
the
the breakthrough,
resistance.
but like the next roll,
You think so?
yeah, we'll spend it, but the next one you're gonna have to get 7 on. Because you want to try to succeed the work track, so maybe spend 1 more for extra work.
Alrighty.
So right
All
now
we'll
that's
do
what
is
I
the-
have. That's right now. That's what I have you guys as the now.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do as the expert recommends.
So you'll spend an extra momentum to do an extra work.
Yeah, to get
Yes.
it down, so it might be easier for them. Hopefully, just finish it next roll.
All right, 5 intervals remaining. I will choose not to spend threat to see if you could get it. But you better believe I will
GM
spend
is-
next one if you don't.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate the generosity. So I don't know. What do you say? Just throw everything against this?
I mean, you want to try to gain as much momentum as possible. To finish in 1 go.
Yeah. All right. Ed, take all the threat. I'll roll.
Oh, hold on 1 second. 1 second. I gotta give you guys information. Oh shoot! What did I do? Hold on. Put the wrong one. Disregard that.
Okay. I hardly saw it.
Feel free to roleplay what I'm giving you to. Well, that's the right one.
Are you seeing this, Commander?
I am, Commander. Seems
0.
If you and I make it, yeah, if you and I make it out alive, we're gonna go after 0.
Well, let's see what else we can get out of this before that anti-hacking software locks us out.
Oh, don't worry about that. I will take care of it. So yeah, Ed, take all the threats. I'm rolling 5 dice.
I will accept all the threat.
Toss it on the pile.
Oh, I am going to have so much fun later.
Well, it's pure economics.
We're gonna
right?
have a
You already-
fight.
Yeah, it's pure economics. You already have a ton of threats, so the more I give you, it's just diminishing returns, right?
Exactly.
So it's inflation. Ed's not laughing. Okay. I will.
I am in silence.
It's nervous laughter.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Mendrock, if you were only here, my friend.
All right, so you get 3 momentum.
Better than no momentum. Ugh.
Always look on the bright side of life.
You didn't miss by much, if that's any consolation.
Slight.
All right, 5 challenge dice for DeGrasse, 1 for Casey. Right now you are doing 4. Or sorry, 3.
But we could finish it if we spend all of our momentum for extra work.
That is correct.
The plan worked.
And hey, there you go. All of the rest of the momentum. Like we'll barely make it if we spend all the momentum.
Yeah, it's you just get the work track done.
Gotcha. Yeah, let's do that.
All right, I gave you some info.
Well, it doesn't tell us exactly what Project Unity is, but Alpha 441, that's a big lead. We need to get this information to the captain.
Agreed, Casey. GM, does it give a list of the materials?
Do you have any way to ask questions for free?
I mean, no, it doesn't look like it. We're out of momentum. I have studios.
Can I roll for that information?
Studious
No.
is one
Him.
way of getting information for free.
Yeah, but they got to spend 1 to get the question.
Yeah.
It only works if you spend to obtain information.
Are we able to roll for it?
No. Because essentially you guys had to get the information and then disconnect from the network before you're found out.
Right.
Gotcha.
So unfortunately, you are not able to learn what the materials are. You weren't able to get the list.
Cool beans. So DeGrasse will step back from the terminal, wipe the sweat off of his brow, and go, I haven't used those techniques since grad school. It's been a while.
Well, my basic decryption knowledge, I'm glad it was mildly helpful.
You do not know how much it was helpful. Thank you so much, Commander Casey. DeGrasse will turn to Hellen and say, we've got what we need.
Now just comes the matter of communicating with your captain.
Remind me again how she proposed to do that.
Well, so she's going to point, actually, this will help you out. She's going to point to a subspace communicator hidden behind the computer. Interface with your keyed communicator, and you should be able to communicate with your
Understood.
I almost thought of everything.
So yeah, DeGrasse walks up and begins the work to interface with his communicator.
Right, I will make this a control engineering difficulty.
Okay.
And then do remember you do have an advantage from Mendrock working on your communicator, so you do have an advantage to you.
I will definitely burn that. So that's difficulty 1 now?
Correct.
Awesome.
Assists permitted.
If you could explain to me how you will assist.
He's just like rigging it up, right? Like this device.
Basically just interfacing with the subspace transmitter is how I see it.
Yeah, so I guess just hooking stuff up. A second set of hands to accomplish things more quickly since we're under such a serious time crunch.
Yeah, I'll let you.
And it's a control engineering?
Yep.
Awesome.
And does a computer's focus apply?
No, not in this case.
Okay, in this case, I'll use the join talent and suddenly remember in a past life that I was an expert on subspace communications tech.
Sure do. Yep, that works for me.
Thank you so much. All right, let's do it.
Yeah, 4
Boom.
momentum out of that.
Boom.
And yes, the subspace communicator is apparently working, so you just have to use your communicator like normal.
Away team to expedition.
And back on the ship. Captain, you are hearing the hail.
Good to hear your voice, Commander.
And yours as well, Captain. We've been through a bit. Luckily, no combats. And I think we have what we need, Captain. I'll send the information over now.
Understood.
Feel free to copy and paste all that I gave you to the general.
Just doing
Gotcha.
that.
Well, not the general, the expedition chat.
Yeah.
And of course, all players are able to see what they collected now.
Did Helen say how they would be getting off?
They did not.
That's what I was afraid of.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, DeGrasse isn't thinking that far ahead.
Excellent work,
Use it,
gentlemen.
Captain. Oh, I'm sorry, Captain.
Excellent work, gentlemen.
You know it. Takes a team. Captain, we obviously have to find this Zero character.
Indeed,
Any
we
thoughts?
do. Is Helen with you still?
Grass turns and says, yes.
Put her through if you don't mind.
Understood.
Captain. And she'll just start talking because it's just a communication thing. Captain, I must commend you on your warriors. They are very capable.
Indeed, they are. Do you have a plan to get them out?
My contact and I are working on one as we speak.
Understood. We'll hold position here.
You must proceed to this Alpha 441 first. Do not worry about us, Captain. Project Unity must be stopped.
Very well, but I hold you responsible for the lives of my 2 officers.
Captain, don't worry, we'll be fine down here, but we really need to know what's happening with Unity. We'll make it back.
Stay
Captain,
safe,
I
you
will
two.
treat them as if they were members of my crew.
Very well. Stay safe. We'll see you on the flip side. Expedition out. Helm, set course for Alpha 414, maximum warp.
Yes, Captain. As soon as I find my warp, there it is.
I'm not on the expedition, so I don't know if I can say this, but would it be possible to call in that steam runner we made up? I feel like this is going to be a sort of guarded project. Don't know if that's metagaming or not.
Yeah, probably not.
Damn. Well, good luck to you, those of you still on the ship. I don't know. I really am not sure who's in the worst situation, but
It's just bad all around. Admit it.
But yeah, Doc, feel free to roleplay that sentence you just.
Captain, am I interpreting this correctly? The Unity project wasn't something that the Zinkethi were doing, but that this Zero wanted their help on?
Looks that way, Doctor. In either case, we need to investigate this ourselves. Figure out who this Zero person is, so we can bring them to justice.
Sounds good to me, Captain.
Helm ETA to 441. Alpha 441.
Less than an hour, Captain.
Need on any vessels on our scopes?
Sorry, my mic was muted. I said not any on the scans, Captain. None that I can detect.
Can you bring up any information in the database on Alpha 441?
I'll see what I can pull up, Captain. so it's a small planetary system with 4 planets and an asteroid belt. Aside from that, nothing much of interest that I can pull up, Captain.
Thank you.
And if there's nothing else, we'll go ahead and speed a plot. And we'll go ahead and drop you just outside the system of Alpha 441. Right at the edge of it.
Lieutenant Anand, sensor sweep any possible warp trails within the system. So we can't locate where these transport vessels were going to.
All right, Nadan, give me reason or control and science, difficulty 2, assisted by the ship's sensor's science. So I guess it'll be difficulty. All right, you guys get 2 momentum out of that.
Captain, there's a shipyard that appears to be abandoned that has a capacity of a single ship. There does not appear to be any docked ship. I have no life signs or building materials coming up on the sensors, so no crew. There are several different warp trails leading in and out of the system, heading to and from Zenketi space. Um,
Then I believe you get free questions.
yes.
At least one I know of. You know, one for your position.
Yeah. I think my question will be, can I perform any calculations or tracing on the warp trails to see approximately where in Zenketi space they're headed to? So there's several different systems and planets in Zenkethi space that the trails are leading to and from. The newest ones are about 4 days old. Let's just see.
Any sign that something's left the dry dock recently, Nadon?
We'll tell you for a momentum.
I would say that's worth it, Prax.
Yeah.
I figured the first question would have kind of included that, but
The station has been used recently. Can I run a scan to see if the station has any automatic area defense systems active?
Yeah, I'll let you make an insight security roll for that.
Great.
Assisted by the ship sensor security. Difficulty. We'll make it difficulty 2.
Assisted by ship sensor security. Sensor security.
As
Yeah,
far as you could tell, the station appears to be unarmed.
Does advanced sensors apply to that?
Oh yeah. Same answer.
All right. As far as we can tell, as far as I can tell, the station doesn't have any automatic defense systems. At least none that are active.
maintain yellow alert. Helm, bring us within transport range of the station. Location of the hail?
I'm having trouble tracking it, Captain.
On
Appears
screen.
to be audio only. And you get the message audio only. Captain Prax, I just wanted to thank you for the distraction you have been causing around the Badlands. Thanks to you, Project Unity has been completed ahead of schedule, and with a lot more upgrades than I ever thought possible. So thank you for seeing Project Unity.
I trust this individual is Zero, is what you're calling yourself?
You assume correctly, Captain.
It's a shame we can't meet face to face.
I am sure that is something we can arrange at some point in the future, Captain. But I do have to tell you one thing, Captain. That if it wasn't for your meddling, Project Unity would have cost the Federation nothing. But because you have decided to interfere and even convince an admiral to get involved, lots of good Federation lives were lost. I do hope you are able to live.
And a lot more Cardassians would have died because of your meddling. How many Zenkethi have also perished because of this war? There's a lot of lives on your head as well.
The lives of non-Federation citizens are, of course, none of my concern.
But you appear to have some very well-connected friends within the Federation.
Again, you speak the truth, Captain.
Well, it is just a shame that I can't meet you face to face.
No, I'm sure, Captain, there is more that you could do for us in the future. But, like the saying goes, don't call us, we'll call you. But there is one more thank you I have to extend to you, Captain. You get to be the first to witness Project Unity firsthand. And the transmission will cut out after that.
Dinan, were you able to get a trace?
I will try to initiate the trace. No, I was unable to, Captain. I don't like the sound of that.
Yellow alert.
Captain, recommend we skip yellow and go straight to red.
Noted, Doctor.
Hey, where's all that threat going?
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh crap!
dear.
I forgot to do one more thing.
Blow up the damn shipyard so we can't get any information.
Wait, Ed has threat?
It has a shit ton of threat.
News to me.
Ah, crap! Where is it? Ah, there it is. And piercing one is per effect, correct?
Yeah.
None of that looks good.
No, none of it's good because that's still a breach. Judging by the damage.
11.
That's 10
So you,
or 11 raw, right? Yeah.
yep, 11, and then -3, so I believe it's 8.
Yeah. Ow.
And this breach is going to be directly on your engines. And, because I have it,
Sorry, I missed the bit. The breach is where?
engines.
Engines, of course.
All right, it will be your turn.
Red alert, evasive maneuvers.
Am I supposed to be looking at a space map or?
Nope.
Okay, just making sure. Roll 20 wasn't being weird.
Evasive is what? Daring con?
Yeah, I believe it uses 1 power too.
That it does.
It's difficulty 1.
What's the difficulty for evasive?
1.
Okay, I'll give you a threat per bold. This is a basin.
Yeah, use minor to restore engines though.
Okay, minor to restore engines. Then give you the threat daring con. Flight control systems will apply. So he also has glancing impact, which gives us +2 to resistance till his next turn. And also precise evasion, so it does not. We don't suffer the increased difficulty for attacks caused by evasive action.
Yep.
Yeah, we have
Evasive action, aye sir.
Yeah, we have to spend the 2 momentum too. So we gained 4, so 2 of that we should still be at max. That's right.
Cool. Would you like to hold initiative or pass it?
We're gonna hold the initiative. Real quick though, is it anything like on sensors at all from Nadon? Actually, I'll do this. Nadon, give me a target solution.
I think she's BRB'd.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. You know what? I'm gonna run to the bathroom really quick myself.
Oh, this is not a good day.
No, it's not.
Is he gonna try and destroy us? Of course he is.
I think he's probably going to try and disable our engines and then fly away. Sounded like he
Well, I will
future
fix
plans
it.
for Prax at least. Fucking 31 ass wipes.
You guys should try spinning. That's a good trick. Heard that one.
Fly the expedition into the hangar bay of Project Unity
It's that
through
big.
the whole ship,
Right.
blow it up in the core, then fly back out.
I believe I saw this in a movie once.
Now this is pod racing.
All right, I am back.
I think we'll activate Kota, and I'm gonna have her do modulate shields.
Okay.
I'm not ordering. She's just gonna activate. I'm not gonna order her just yet.
Yep. Nadon's still AFK.
I believe so. Yeah. That's why we're gonna do it real quick. Try to beef up our resistance.
Could probably have Casey play Coda, or the
I'm good to play Coda.
get everyone involved.
I guess
I did forget I had versatile too. Oh well.
I'm bumping Orhol's con up to 5 for his activation today.
Yeah, modulate shield should be like a control security. It uses 1 power.
Yep, control security, assisted by the ship structure and engineering difficulty 2. It does require 1 power.
Yep, I noted it. I noted it on the sheet for the ship.
Cool.
so. What do I roll for to modulate shields, or is it just a instant?
Coda's gonna roll control security. The difficulty
Okay.
base difficulty is 2.
Okay. For activation, can I give her like is shield operations a focus? I'd apply here.
Sure.
All right. They're like shipboard shields.
I mean, would shipboard
know.
tactical systems count for the focus?
I think we'd have to defend what shipboard tactical systems actually are.
The use of the ship's tactical systems, such as weapons and shields.
Yeah, that'd be fine for me. So you could probably give her something else.
What was the difficulty on it? Sorry.
2.
Okay. She already has bold security. I don't know the talents all that well. If anyone knows a talent they want to give her, feel free. I'll just roll with what she has right now. I will generate 1 threat for an extra dice.
We'll pump the 1 that was gained, and then 2 more momentum to gain a total of 4 extra resistance on the shields. So that'll put us at 12 resistance.
So it just increases it by 1 plus an
Right,
additional
and
1
then
per moment.
per momentum. So we're spending 3 momentum for a total of 4.
Cool. Yep.
I'd think about giving Coda like precision targeting. She's our shooty, our ship shooty security person. That lets them re-roll a d20 when you target a specific system.
Yeah, it's probably good. Good one.
And you get a +1 piercing, or you get a piercing 1 effect when you do that too.
It's there go. There's nothing we can do right now.
Yeah.
Because we can't retain the initiative. So.
God ship. All right, will be yours.
They fired. Some unknown vessel fired at us. We took pretty nasty hit, and we are dodging, and we modulated shields. So we have a buttload of resistance right now. It's Argo.
Yep.
The Argo's here? Oh, thank God.
Yeah. It's a really old ship. Don't know if it'll help us.
I know at this point it's got 12 upgrades.
It'd be kind of close in terms for attributes. Lieutenant Nadan, see if you can give us a targeting solution.
On it, Captain. What do I need to roll to that together? Oh, okay, thanks. Captain, I can't detect any ship in the system.
Can you at least
Something's
locate?
shooting at us, but I can't resolve it on sensors.
Can you pinpoint the last location where they fired at us? I'd rather be shooting blind than not shooting at all.
Damned advanced cloak.
So give me insight or reason and science. Difficulty based assisted by sensor science. So div 2.
You said science, right?
Yep, sensor science. And then insight or reason and science.
Q&A.
Oh shit! Why? I guess that 2 momentum goes to negating the complication.
Okay.
Yep. So, given that the roll failed, I'm guessing that's a no. I've had a brief blip on sensors, Captain, but I can't tell you where exactly. 1 second. I have an estimate, Captain. Forwarding to weapons control now. It's going to be a hard shot, though.
Understood. Turn has to pass to them. So
All right. Man, when you hit, you hit.
Zooey mama.
So you said you had a
12 resistance.
12.
12 resistance. We are wow. That's a lot of resistance.
All right.
Yeah,
So
but-
right now I am at 12. I'm gonna use both my versatiles for piercing plus one more threat. So that should give me 6, correct?
Yeah.
And they will both be into engines. Because
And
that removes your shields, correct?
it does. No. Well, the other one would be random.
So when your
Oh,
shields go
never-
down,
yeah.
that's another breach. I did not spread.
Okay. So our resistance goes back down to 8. We're at 3 breaches on engine, so
Yep.
So, can I repair them?
Breaches have to be repaired in shipyard, I think.
yes, they do.
Uh,
Unless you have
alright.
a repair team leader.
No, I don't have that. I do have emergency repair as a focus.
What are you? Is that it, Ed? For them?
Yep, it is your turn.
There's other stuff I believe that happens to our ship though. With engines.
So I know you lose some power. Let's see. So you're at
Warp core containment breach.
No, we're far from that.
all tasks that are assisted by the engines get +2 until repaired. The ship loses 1 power at the end of the round until repaired. Difficulty to repair this is 3. That's all I see. Unless there's something else you're referring to.
I'm going to assist with this. I'm going to order Helm to engage Maximum Warp to get us out of here.
Okay. So this will be. Let's go ahead and make this Daring Con. Difficulty 2.
Okay.
Assisted by Engines Con.
Take a threat for bold con. He has pushed the limits. When you attempt a con task that is increased in difficulty by environmental conditions or damage to the engines, reduce difficulty by 1 to a minimum of 1.
So this will be a difficulty 1. So you get 5 momentum.
6 power.
All right.
Then,
And then you get the thing where you roll challenge dice, correct? See if you
Yes.
get any back. All right, so you get 1 back.
spend a momentum reroll 3.
I don't think so.
Okay, so we went to warp with 2 power.
Where's my sound effects? And we'll cut back to the planet. Oddly enough, you guys actually heard the communication between Zero and the captain. And Hellen Vel looks to her associate and says, "Did you get all that?" And he simply replies, "Yes."
DeGrasse will turn to Helen and say, "Do you have anything available that you can send to help?"
I think I have something better, Commander. We need to broadcast this to all of the Zenkethi communications channels. This will effectively cause the people to rise up against the Autarch. It will actively end this war.
DeGrasse will turn to Casey and say, and hopefully provide the distraction that we need.
Indeed.
Well, Helen, how do we get out of here?
First, we must broadcast this message. I believe you have the expertise in order to do this.
Can we tap into the Zenkethi military channels from our communication device, sir?
And this aborted will say, it is still connected to the Zenkethi main computer. You should be able to access the comm channels from here.
Very good.
And this will be a control engineering. We'll make it daring or control engineering difficulty.
Definitely control in that case. You said difficulty 4.
Correct.
Okay.
Assist permitted.
Yep, I'll let you assist.
I will. I'll burn 3 throughout.
You have so much momentum.
I did not see that. I will use 3 of that lovely 5 momentum. Need to.
Your con officer came in clutch for you.
Yeah, looks like it. Need to move
Sure.
my character.
He's
sheet so
rarely
I can see
useful, but he's useful. He's really useful.
that. All right, let's do it. Wow.
Very cool.
So
Yeah,
does
that
the
just
console
happened.
blow up?
We fried the comm array.
Is there anything you could do to try to get a reroll?
I
Wait, if we
mean,
spend the 2 momentum, we can do a full reroll, right?
Do not believe so.
You
I
can
thought
burn
that's
a
what it was.
value to
Yeah.
regain a determination point and use your determination to reroll. It's probably the only thing you can
Okay.
do.
all right.
I still have my determination, so could I attempt the task or?
No.
All right, so does the value that I burn have to be related in any way?
Yeah, in a way.
Okay.
You have to be
Gotcha.
going against it, right?
Yeah.
They have a value like don't go on suicide missions or anything like that.
Unfortunately, I wasn't thinking that far ahead. Independent mind is a sharp mind. Discipline is chief virtue. Spirited debate is good debate, and strong distrust of Klingon. So, unless Klingon had something to do with designing the communication system, I think we might be SOL.
At the very least, we can get rid of the complication.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want, I was just going to take it as threat.
Maybe we'll keep the momentum then.
Yeah, I say we keep it. Well, I can't challenge any values. I mean, is there any other way that I could possibly pull this off?
Well, this is going to be a succeed at cost task.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. Well, then let's just do that.
All right, so you're able to send out the message. And as far as it was successful in sending out to all the proper communication channels. But the Autarch, Hellen Vel comes up behind you and says, "We must also stop the Autarch from escaping. If we do not, it will surely lead to the Zenkethi. It will surely send the Zenkethi into a civil war."
What do you propose?
There is only one place the Autarch will be in a situation like this. We must go and put an end to her threat.
I want to clarify, we are not assassins.
How
Helen,
can I?
this does sound like an internal matter.
Hold on.
We fulfilled our end of the bargain. Okay.
Casey, I will give you a point of determination if you accept the complication that you will assist Hellen Vel.
Wait, I'm confused. So I get a point of determination, but I assist her in this mission?
Yes.
Well, it is directly against his values.
Wait, how does that work as a complication?
So I could offer a point of complication in exchange for a player taking a. I could offer a point of determination for a player taking a complication. Essentially, I gotta double check I did this right.
Yeah, the player can actually refuse it if they don't want to take the complication, but you say like, "Hey, I'll give you determination at the cost of a complication." So something
That's gotta
bad's gonna
make sure-
happen to you.
Yeah, but I mean, how can the complication be you have to help Hellen Vel
I'm also confused.
do this?
Yeah, it's in the book. I just gotta find it really quick because I gotta make sure like I don't have to match it against the value. I don't think I do.
No, you don't have to match it against the value. You just have to, as long as they're able to spend that determination in some manner.
Like, I still have my original determination, so.
I know.
Wait,
I'm trying to
DeGrasse still
find
has
it,
your
though.
original determination?
DeGrasse used his.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I used it earlier.
This is the problem with this book. Is it like I'm looking at the determination part and it's not in there, so it's probably in the game master part. Oh, book, you are of zero help.
It is not well organized.
It is not. But anyway, that is my offer. Like Prax is right. You get to not take it.
What do you mean by neutralize?
She is a threat to the Zenkethi people. She has enslaved us for long enough. No Zenkethi shall be a slave. Not even to the Autarch herself.
This seems like an internal matter. My duty can only go as far as the defense of the Federation.
Very well. The ship you arrived on will be contacting you soon. You may exit our space on them. And she will turn to her subordinate and begin storming out of the cavern, growing bigger as she does so.
DeGrasse will turn to Casey and say, did she say that the ships would be landing, or do we have to get there?
Good question, Commander, but I'm ready to leave. I don't want to get involved in any sort of political squabble.
I understand and agree. But our attention has to now be on getting off this planet, off this moon. Any ideas?
Well, we wait for the ship, I guess.
DeGrasse is going to glance down to where Helen ran off to. Is it just like a hallway, or are there any defining features?
It's just a part of the cavern system that's heading back toward the palace.
Are there any other entrances to where we are?
So it's kind of like there's one in opposite directions. Like there's one on this side, one on this side. You came in through this side.
Okay. And when we came through, does DeGrasse remember seeing anything that looks like a launching pad or anything else that could
So
conceivably...
she did say, "Wait here. Her ship will be contacting you, so you can leave."
Okay.
If that helps, because I think I'm not sure if you guys heard that.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, Casey, I guess we wait. Let's keep an eye
Casey
out.
will crack open a field ration.
And in the distance, you start hearing the sound of fighting. Phaser fires, swords clanging, yelling, screaming.
Man, declining a big fight, that was a real tough decision.
How far away does it sound like the action is going on?
It's getting further away. Yeah, I'm on 87. I'm not seeing it. I'll read it later. Not important.
So DeGrasse is actually gonna start
I see it
walking
now.
towards the sound.
Commander, where are you going?
Oh, Casey, figure while we're waiting for the ships, might as well see if we can catch some entertainment, huh? And he'll pick up the pace.
And you pick up a what?
DeGrasse is walking towards the sound of the battle, and he's going to pick up the pace after he says that to Casey.
Casey will grab his equipment and follow behind, sort of protesting. Sir, should we really get involved?
Think of this more as observation rather than involvement. We'll keep our distance.
All right. So as you guys are heading, I'm guessing you're following where Hellen Vel left out of.
Yes.
So you guys eventually come to the exit of the cave, and basically like kind of like behind a secret entrance behind the wall. It's opened up. Inside the immediate room, you see like the bodies of 3 dead Zenkethi.
Do they look like they would be palace guards, or would they be members of Helen's group?
Yes, they do. Palace guard.
Okay. Well, Casey, looks like it's already started.
Indeed.
Do we hear any other battle going on in the distance?
Yep, it's starting to really kick off now. It's getting louder. It sounds all around. Oddly quiet in the one direction you think Hellen Vel went, but the palace is starting to erupt in it.
DeGrasse is going to walk a little bit further towards the battle.
All right, so you see a few more dead Zenkethi palace guards, and you eventually come across the body of the agent that busted you guys out of the cages and helped you with the equipment. You come across his dead body.
Well, Casey?
Most of the dead are by phaser blast, some of them by swords.
It's a shame, but I don't think there's anything we could have done.
No. I think I would agree with that. Well, you're the security officer. Do you recommend that we head back, wait for the ship?
That's my best recommendation, sir. I don't see how any way our presence could make this any better. Blood will be shed regardless. And if the Federation is found to be involved, who knows what repercussions that could have between our relations and the events which may happen following all this within the Zenkethi nation.
I do understand where you're coming from. However, I don't think the Cardassians will be sad if the Autarch is overthrown. And I know that Helen certainly won't be.
Neither will I.
Didn't think you'd be the one to be cagey about starting a fight there, Casey.
Well, maybe my age is catching up to me. But my number one priority here is to, now that we've gotten the information we need, make sure that you're returned to the expedition, sir. As Chief of Security, I am responsible for the officers and crew and making sure that they come home at the end of the day.
Yes. Well, let's head back then. Hope that we made the right choice, but
I hope so
agree
too.
with you. I do agree with you. Assassin is not something that I ever thought I would be. So let's head back.
Aye, sir.
All right, and eventually you are contacted by the Zenkethi ship, and you are transported aboard.
So Gross is going to ask, I'm assuming the commanding officer, status on the fight going on below?
And he just remains eerily silent throughout the entire journey. But he's antsy as if he wants to get back to it as quickly as possible.
DeGrasse, we'll turn to Casey. Casey, do you feel better about going back now that we're on a ship?
I don't feel good about any of this, sir. You know,
Well,
we've helped Helen and she's helped us, but she went where we couldn't. I just need a drink after this one.
I'll buy you a full bottle. It's on me. DeGrasse, we'll turn to the commanding officer and say, how tight is security around the moon for a ship to slip in?
With most of the fleets moved for the Cardassian attack, there's not much.
Let's turn it around.
And he kind of looks at you inquisitively.
Do you not follow orders? You are in Kathy.
And he'll nod to his con officer, who will turn the boat around and head back toward the moon.
Casey, I understand where you're coming from. Think of what we're doing as not assassination, but freedom fighting.
Sir, I must formally protest this action.
Noted, and it will go in my log. I'm sure that the captain will commend you for it. But we have to do what we have to do. We can't leave this in Kathy stranded. Think of the damage that could be done if the Autarch resists the overthrow. Would you want that still involved with the Federation and Cardassia? It's not something I want to have hanging over my head.
Sir, I'll go to retrieve Hellen Vel, but I really don't feel I can participate in any action directly against the Autarch. That is something that the Zenkethi people must decide.
Understood. We can provide aid from the sidelines, from the backgrounds, not get directly involved. And I won't order you to do anything that you're not comfortable with. We've been friends for long enough, you know that. But I believe this is the best course of action. ETA until we arrive at the moon.
Matter of minutes. We have been tracking Hellen Vel in the palace compound. She is very close to the throne room.
Well, get us as close as possible. Let me know when we're there.
And the ship comes to a sudden stop. He nods to another officer, and you guys are transported back to the palace. And you're transported like basically behind Hellen Vel, just as he reaches the throne room door.
Hellen. A little bit of a surprise.
What is it?
We've reconsidered your offer. We would like to assist. We're not assassins. We'll help from the back. We're here to help.
The Autarch must be stopped. I don't care how she is stopped.
Great then. Lieutenant Casey, let's get ready.
Aye, sir.
Commander Casey, I'm so sorry.
And with that, Hellen Vel, in one mighty kick, just bust open the palace doors. Inside the palace, you see the Autarch giving commands to a bunch of Zenkethi. And the Autarch is flanked by two of the royal guards that you saw earlier. As soon as the door busts down, the room clears out, and it is just the Autarch and the two guards there.
And so is it just us two and Hellen Vel?
Yep. Hellen Vel will bust in and say, "This ends now, Autarch. You have enslaved our people for long enough. You guys say or do anything?
Guess he'll just stand there and look muscly.
DeGrasse is going to keep a close eye on Casey. And what is the Autarch doing right now?
Is just standing there. I'm giving you the moment to say something if you want.
Okay.
If not, she will speak.
I don't have any like
So
warped
DeGrasse.
one-liners.
Yeah, I was about to
Assimilate
say,
this.
I'm blanking. So DeGrasse will kind of square up a bit and say, Autarch, the plan has been discovered. Stand down, and you may yet live. This revolution may consider standing down without further bloodshed a sign of contrition.
The Zenkethi people are on the verge of a great victory against our most against our worst enemy we have ever experienced. I will not stand down at the verge of victory.
Think you overestimate your odds. And unfortunately for you, it's not going to end well. Surrender now, and we may vouch for the fact that you gave up and prevented further bloodshed. Your plan's done. We know who Zero is, and that side's falling as well. Stand down.
DeGrasse, give
We know
me...
who Zero is?
I'm lying.
I see.
Well, you guys did see the transmission. Oh, yeah, I get Doy. Give me presence command. This will be opposed.
Does persuasion
Probably.
work as a focus? Awesome.
I'd say yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll burn a momentum and take 2 threat.
Okay. And I'll use that 2 threat right away.
Oh, great.
Oh, wow.
Did this actually work?
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Take that out, Tark. God damn.
Yeah, as soon as you said presence plus command, I'm like, yep, we're gonna die. So, wow.
And then we just
Very
see him
well
dumping threat.
Very well, Starfleet. I will become your prisoner.
DeGrasse will turn to Helen. Does this work?
And she goes back to her normal size. Then it is truly over.
Well, Casey, does this work for you?
Yes, sir. If we can find a way to bring the Autarch all the way back to Federation space.
Yeah. Well, that's why I asked. They're your prisoner.
Oh boy. I'll contact the Zenkethi ship and have them beam us up, but would I be able to request that the captain of that ship like sort of clear the brig area so that like all the other Zenkethi don't know that the Autarch is on board? Or
Yeah.
like
Yeah, you probably could.
Casey will personally watch or guard the Autarch.
Yep. That's probably a thing that could happen, Casey.
All right, that is what he will do. If the commander is ready to get the hell off this palace moon.
Absolutely.
You two go. I will stay here and restore order. These will be trying times for the Zenkethi.
DeGrasse will ask. And we can be sure of no purges. Correct?
We will not purge our own people.
DeGrasse will straighten up. Good. I'm sure Captain Prax will be in contact with you shortly after we arrive back to our ship.
I look forward to it. And she gives a very awkward Zenkethi smile.
DeGrasse will try not to look creeped out and smile back.
And you will be transported off of the planet. And I think there is a good place to call that the end of Unity.